It can feel impossible to know what to say when your loved one's expressing distress over how their body is changing. And while difficult, it's not something that we want to fear. It's a sign that we're fighting the eating disorder. Ultimately, we don't want your child or anybody to let their body define who they are. I've got Maris here to walk us through some do's and don'ts.
Thanks, Erin. I think it's helpful for families to know that there isn't one magic thing that you can say that will change your child's body image overnight. And I think it can be really tempting to respond in a way that comes from a place of comfort and love, but can actually be unintentionally reinforcing the eating disorder. So I know my parents, would sometimes say things like, oh, well, you don't look like you've gained weight, or, oh, well, you'll feel better once you start exercising. And they were saying that to comfort me, but it actually was reinforcing the eating disorder, and often didn't really make me feel all that much better in the moment either.
I'm so glad you mentioned that. I think, a common phrase that I hear a lot from parents as well as providers, honestly, is, we won't make you fat, or you're not fat. And it's not to create blame, but it's also so important for us to recognize how unhelpful that is to the eating disorder. And so, you're telling us some things that wouldn't be helpful. What are some things that might be helpful to say?
Yeah. I think warmth and validation can go a long way. So saying something like, I can't imagine how difficult this is for you. I'm here for you and I love you. Those were really meaningful for me to hear in my recovery. I think too, this can be a time to help support your child in building their life worth living. So identifying things outside of their body image that can bring them self-worth and confidence in life. So if they want to get involved in a club or a service project or in their church, you can help them build that life outside of just what their body looks like.
Right. That's really what's going to help them not feel like their body defines them, by building in these different activities.
Yeah, absolutely.